If you will please rise for the pledge and remain standing for the invocation. Pastor Basio.
Merry Christmas, Mayor. Merry Christmas, everyone. You know, in 1860, a German chancellor or choir master was commissioned someone to create the candy cane for the purpose of helping children navigate through the long Christmas church services. So let me encourage you and invite you back to church, and if need be, do what I do and bring one of these with you. It'll help you as you go through the day. But I want to pray and just ask the Lord to strengthen our spirit this holiday season, for us to have the kind of love that you can actually see, not just feel. Let's pray. Lord, thank you for this time. Thank you, Lord, for this city and everyone here and our leaders that are standing before us. And I pray for the strengthening of our hearts, Lord, that we would love the way we were designed to love, the kind of love that not just we feel, but others can experience. And we receive, Lord, your love as strength today. Help those who are hurting, those who are serving, and those who are receiving service, so that we can have one heart. And I pray all this. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mike, if you'll call the roll, please.
Councilman Lloyd? Here. Councilman Schlack? Present. Councilman Barr?
Here.
Councilman Marcos?
Here.
Councilman Valerius?
Here.
Pro Tem Nick?
Here.
Treasurer Estheimer?
Present.
And Mayor Gail McLeod.
Present.
We have a quorum, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. May I please have a motion to approve tonight's agenda?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Marcos.
Second.
Second by Mr. Barr. Any comments or questions, changes? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Agenda is approved. May I have a motion to approve the minutes from the regular meeting of December 10th? Motion. Motion by Ms. Nick.
Second.
Second by Mr. Marcos. Any corrections? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That has been approved. We will now come to the swearing in of our new firefighter and paramedic.
Good evening. My name is Jeff O'Reilly. I'm the chief of the Allen Park Fire Department, and I am here to introduce you to our new firefighter paramedic, Ryan Hudgins. Ryan started with us back on December 2nd. Ryan graduated from Allen Park High School in 1995 and now resides in the city of Taylor. Ryan chose to come to our department. He had just finished his paramedic program back in October, November, and he had reached out to me prior to that, really wanted to come to see us and work for the city. And once he completed all his necessary requirements, we got him hired as soon as we could. So Ryan is the city council.
Exciting.
Are you going to do a swearing in?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, don't worry, I'm not gonna make you repeat it or word after word. Just at the end, say I do, I swear, I affirm, whatever you feel most comfortable. Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Michigan, and that you will endeavor to secure and maintain an honest and efficient administration of the affairs of the city of Allen Park, free from partisan distinction or control, and that you will perform the duties of full-time firefighter and paramedic to the best of your abilities, so help you God? I do. All right, congratulations. This is yours. Go ahead, sign and keep that.
And if you'll just stay here for one moment. We years ago, we used to, during council comments, council would comment on new hires like yourself, and it occurred to us that you fellows were and ladies were long gone before we made those comments. So we make you hang around just a little bit so council can address you, and start with Ms. Nick tonight.
Hi, Ryan. Well, welcome to the city of Allen Park. Thank you for choosing us, and you're working with a good group of guys back there, and so thank you very much for choosing us.
Absolutely. Thanks again for choosing Allen Park. It's like an early Christmas present, so we appreciate it. And just stay safe. Thank you.
Dennis?
Hey, welcome to Allen Park, or back to Allen Park. Thank you. Appreciate you coming back home here. Have you been through the hazing yet? Okay, it's not that bad. Anyway, thank you. Appreciate it. Be safe.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for doing your part in keeping our city safe.
Ryan, welcome to the family. Fire department is a family.
Yes, thank you for joining or coming back to Allen Park, and well, first time firefighter, but first time coming back to our city. So thank you for choosing Allen Park as your new duty house.
Very much appreciated. Means a lot coming back to your home city to help keep us safe. And maybe that Mr. Marcos is on something. We start tasing the firefighters too. All right.
There are ways to tase people.
Yeah, that's right. Thanks, Ryan. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Mike?
No, they use the defibrillator. No, welcome aboard. It's a great city to be part of, and unfortunately, I lost both my parents, but I can't tell you how many times the Allen Park Fire Department has been there for both of them, and God bless you guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Tom, do you want to-
Welcome to our team. Appreciate you coming. Thank you.
And I'm just going to echo what everyone else said. It was a pleasure to meet you earlier on. Very, very happy that you have joined us, and I hope you have a long and happy career with us. So thank you again. We'll move on to the next order of business. Under organizational business, this evening I have appointments to board and commissions. I am recommending the following for appointments for your approval. All terms will expire as of December 31 of the year shown. On the Board of Ethics, Kathleen Adams, whose term will expire 2029. On the Brownfield Redevelopment Authority, Janet Jordan, whose term will expire 2027. The Downtown Development Authority, Dan Smith, term expiring 2028. Fred Frank, term expiring 2028. And Peter Zingas, term expiring 2028. On the Historical Commission, the following: Laura Karate, Steve Donahue, Karen Carezzi, and Bridget Schlack, all of whom will have terms expiring in 2027. On the Housing Commission, Mary Wallace, whose term will expire 2029. On the Local Officers Compensation Board, Reverend Dr. Keith Provo, whose term will expire 2027. Janet Jordan, whose term will expire 2027. And Joseph Palmisano, whose term will expire 2031. On the Parks and Recreation Commission, Bruce Antioch, Richard Lindow, and Tina Rigetti, whose terms will expire 2027. On the Planning Commission, Madison LaPalme and Dennis Rant, whose terms will expire 2027. On the Retirement System Board, Jane Spellacy and Maureen Stauder, whose terms will expire 2027. And on the Zoning Board of Appeals, Joe Galea, Mark Courtwright, Mark Gavarecki, and Dennis Rant, whose terms will all expire 2027. And I will make a note here, I have a correction to an appointment to the Board of Ethics that was made earlier this year in August. I inadvertently indicated that Mary Therese Lemonek's term would expire on 2029, where in fact it will expire at the end of 2025 due to the fact that she replaced a commissioner who resigned. That's an FYI. May I have a motion, please? Motion by Mr. Valerius.
Second.
Second by Mr. Lloyd. Any comments or questions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Will those individuals who are present please come up to be sworn in? And thank you very much for doing this for your community.
I will have certificates for all of you, either at the next commission meeting you go to, or if you don't meet a lot, I'll either hand deliver it or we'll mail it to you. So I'll make sure you get these. All right. I'm not gonna make you repeat after me like I told him, sorry. Just at the end, say I do, I swear, I affirm, whatever you feel most comfortable with, okay? If you'd raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States of America and the Constitution of the State of Michigan, and that you will endeavor to secure and maintain an honest and efficient administration of the affairs of the city of Allen Park, free from partisan distinction or control, and that you will perform the duties of your commission, board, or committee to the best of your ability, so help you God? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Again, many thanks to all of you who are here and present and able to participate in the ceremony. But for the rest of the residents watching, these are all volunteer positions, and very much appreciate the time that these individuals give to our city and our community. They play key roles in what goes on in our community, and I am forever grateful for them stepping up to do this. Thank you. Now we will move on to the city treasurer's report.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Well, this was just going to be a short report, but an incident that happened earlier today, I wanted to share with you some things here. So tonight we're going to talk about taxes again. Everyone in the city or their mortgage companies have received their winter tax bill. If you have not, please contact us at 313-928-4464. We can email you a copy. We can mail you a copy. We'll get that to you as soon as possible. Winter taxes are due to our office without penalty by February 14th. If you are making payment at City Hall, please be kind to our clerks. Please show patience and grace. I understand some aren't happy with their tax bill. I get it. I own a home here in the city as well. Or you might have questions about that. That window when you're making that payment is not the time really to get into an argument about your taxes or to ask questions pertaining to your bill. The ladies taking those payments at that window, they're helpful in taking those payments, but they may not have the answers to all your questions. So please be kind. If you have questions or issues, those questions should go to me or our assessor. And please allow us to help. We will make sure that it may not be the answer you want to hear, but we'll make sure that we answer those questions for you. Taking it out on a clerk at a window is not the best way to handle that. So please show patience and grace. I can tell you the main question that we get is mainly from new residents that have been in their homes for about a year and a half and are receiving these tax bills. Most have already received one tax bill and it was digestible. They're like, okay, we can handle this. But then becomes the process of what's called uncapping on that home. So what they discover due to this uncapping is that the tax bill goes up, in some cases significantly. The cap that was put on the home, it was put on when the previous owner bought that home. So the longer they were in that home, the more the taxes will increase, as the taxes are based on the SEV, the state equalized value of the home at the time of purchase. So naturally, if you bought your home 20 years ago, your taxes are based on that home value. And remember how inexpensive homes were then compared to now. So today, houses cost a lot more, so those taxes will be more. In some cases, a lot more. If somebody owned their home for 30, 40 years, those taxes will go up significantly. If the home was transferred to a family member or something like that, that's a different case. But in most cases, if you're just entering our city and you're getting that tax bill for a year after you've been in your home for about a year and a half, it is hard to digest. Now, this should not be, I repeat, this should not be new news. I'm pleading with our realtors in this city. and the buyer's agents to please go over with your clients what that tax expectation will be. We have a tax estimator on our website. There's a tool right on my page on the city website, the treasurer page, that will help with that. Your realtors all have the same tool. And if you aren't asking that question and you are buying a home, that is something that you should ask, is what will my taxes be once the house becomes uncapped? I have paperwork and I can go over all this with you if you have more questions. And I do have some bad news also. I can tell you that your taxes based on interest rates will definitely go up next year to the 5%. That's not the city raising taxes. That's based on the interest rates in the current market that we're in. So your summer taxes will be 5% higher. It would have gone up a lot more this year and next year if it weren't for Prop A and for the Headley Amendment. Those actually kept our taxes capped at that 5%. So again, it's just some basic information that I can go over with you if you have questions. Unfortunately, we can never, it's not going to be like a situation if you're at a department store and you're trying to negotiate a price. Unfortunately, we can't legally lower your taxes. There's routes that you can do that with meeting with our assessors and our March Board of Review, for instance. There are ways that you can go if you feel that you are being taxed the improper amount. But arguing at a window hoping to get a point across or get your taxes lowered, that absolutely will not happen. It legally cannot happen. So I just wanted to pass that message on to everybody. And then also, if you have questions, my direct line is 313-928-4396. The business card is right outside the payment window. There's always some in there. And I know people take them because I have to stock them like twice a week. So please call me. I'm in and out of the office a lot. This position has been, I don't want to say diminished, but the position is not full-time any longer. So I'm not always here 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, but I'm here every day. And I answer every single voicemail I get the very next time I'm on the office or I see it. But it's maybe easier to get a hold of me via email. My email is T, as in Tim, Estheimer, ESTHEIMER, at thecityofallenpark.org. Like I said, I'll be happy to spend some time reviewing your situation and answer your questions. That payment window is only for making payments and answering simple questions. Please understand that. There are people that work that window that have been there for many years, and they probably know way more than me. Not probably, they in fact do. But in order to keep that line moving, and perhaps if you're frustrated with the specific situation, I think it would be best if you contact me. All right, that's all I have to say about that. In better news, I wanted to share today that I received my plaque here for my certified public funds investment manager. So I wish to thank the Association of Public Treasurers for the United States and Canada, that's our national organization, for conducting this important and meaningful training. This will go a long way in allowing me to be an active participant in decisions regarding the City of Allen Park's investments. And lastly, thanks to my colleagues on the Wayne County Treasurers Association who elected me their vice president for the 2025 year at the last meeting. That's all I have in my report. More at the end in closing comments. Thank you so much, Mayor and Council.
Thank you. And here. Good comments. Thank you. City Administrator.
Okay. Good evening. Newest edition of the Allen Park Today magazine. It's on. Went out to all the residents last week. Hopefully you've received them. If you have not, we do have copies here by the window. Just ask for a copy if you haven't received any. Ripple Fiber has decided to start their work throughout the city just after the new year. We will keep track of their work and make sure restorations are done properly. Water main installation around the fire department on White Avenue and Garfield Avenue will be completed by the end of this week. The Castus equipment has been set up and the city channel on the cable networks are now up and running. Channel 10 on WOW and Channel 12 on Comcast. We have several slides uploaded and have more to come. Council meeting videos play at 9 a.m., 2 p.m., 7 p.m., and 2 a.m. for those that can't sleep. City Hall will be closed for the upcoming holidays, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, which is Tuesday, December 24th and Wednesday, December 25th, New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, which is Tuesday, December 31st and Wednesday, January 1st. And also I'd like to hope everyone has a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Thank you. May I have a motion to accept and file the Administrator's report?
Motion, Mayor.
Motion by Mr. Valerius, second by Mr. Barr. Any comments or questions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Report is accepted. Now we come to the public comment section of our agenda. You have 4 minutes to speak. All we ask is that you provide your name and the street on which you live. Please do not provide the entire address. And the only other thing we ask is that you please be civil. If no one is coming up for public comments, we will close that section of the agenda. Oh, I'm sorry, sir.
My name's Tim Price. I have a problem with Downriver Body Works.
Where do you live, Mr. Price?
Going past Downriver,
Sir, I'm sorry, sir, where do you live?
I have a problem with the
Well,
business.
I need the street on which you live. The street on which you live.
I live at 2078 Michigan Boulevard.
Okay, that's in Lincoln Park, correct?
Yes, it is.
Thank you. Go ahead.
My significant other and her father lives over in the apartments over on Old Goddard, right next to Downriver Body Works. And to familiarize, if you go down Goddard, Old Goddard veers to the right. You got Downriver Body Works, apartment number 1, apartment number 2. The apartments shovel their sidewalks. Downriver Body Works has sidewalks on each side. Nothing in the middle. No striping or anything like some cities put striping down on crosswalks and sidewalks when there's not an actual crosswalk. Now, they don't have no marking. I can show you hundreds of photographs. I got 100 in my hand, and who would like to take them? Every single one of these photographs show what would be where the sidewalk is supposed to be. Now, I say that because I came in here over a year ago and talked to Mr. Mark Kirby from the administration office, and he actually showed me a layout of where Old Goddard, the shoulder of the road, the little space of county property, and where the sidewalk would be between their left sidewalk and their right sidewalk. Okay, in the middle, it's not paved, it's blacktop, no striping. The business owner thinks he can park all over the sidewalk and block the road, block the sidewalk. Now, maybe that's not a problem. We come out of the apartments, go to the left, there's no sidewalk. We can't go to the left, the sidewalk ends at the field. We go to the right, there's a sidewalk, and according to Mr. Mark Kirby, I got his business card, he showed me the map where the sidewalks connect. And I can show you photographs of the owner parking right on the sidewalk within feet of a fire hydrant. Then one of these photographs right here. When we're walking down and all of his U-Haul trucks are blocking the sidewalk, or his cars for sale blocking the sidewalk, we have no choice. We have to walk to the left, depending on which direction we're going, around his cars, around his U-Hauls, out onto the shoulder of the road, out on the white line. Her dad is 80 years old. I got cardiac issues. I've had multiple heart surgeries. Do I need to be walking out on that white line of Old Goddard on a curve? It's dangerous. That building's been run into. It's a dangerous curve. And now, Allen Park's not supporting me. I talked to Mr. Kirby about getting stripes a year ago. There's no striping. He parks. Who would like photographs?
You may give them to the city clerk, please.
You can see for yourself what all the blocking of the is. These are just pictures of another city, the way they mark sidewalks. Now, we have to be able to, currently, we don't even go that way. What do? For the last 6 months or so, we've been going across Goddard, dragging her dad, an 80-year-old man, through the drainage ditch to get to the other side of the street so we can walk up the street. That's That's unsatisfactory in my opinion. I'm retired military. I didn't serve in the military not to be able to allowed to walk down a sidewalk because a business owner wants to park on his cars and trucks on a rite of passage. I would like to have a map that Mr. Kirby showed me showing the right of access. Maybe we can give it to the police department, because the police department won't enforce it because they say, well, it's not strike. We can't do nothing about it because it's not strike.
Sir, we have your pictures and we have your comments, and your time, however, is up. So
Now,
thank you for, your 4 minutes is up. We have your information. If
Okay,
you
I'd
would,
like to
if
make
you
one
would
more
do,
point.
would you do me one favor? There's a sheet of paper there on the podium.
I filled it out.
Okay, and would you please give that to the clerk? So we have a way of getting back to you.
Complain about not shoveling
Okay.
the sidewalks from last winter. Maybe they should shovel the sidewalk. Maybe they shouldn't have
Sir.
to put plows of 5-foot drifts up onto the sidewalk so we can't pass.
I'd
like to be able to walk down the street.
Thank you very much for the information. We will see what can be done about this. Thank you.
Bridget Schleck, Russell Avenue. I'd like to take a moment slightly to embarrass my husband. I'd like to acknowledge his congratulations to him. He had just graduated from the University of San Francisco after completing his master's degree in 2 years. I just wanted to acknowledge him publicly for that accomplishment because it is a huge accomplishment, especially after traveling back and forth from Washington, D.C., San Francisco, and Detroit to do this degree. And I just wanted to acknowledge him in that. So I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
Now I'll go under the desk. I think it was red as Santa.
Sorry, I'm slow. Steve Donahue, Herrick Street. I just want to thank the building department, especially Matt Baker. Our neighbor had a dangerous tree. I don't know who called or what, but he issued a violation, and the next day the whole thing was gone. It's been a plague on our house since at least 2 years. It was so dead there was no bark left on the tree, and the neighbor wasn't interested in cutting it down, but the city took care of it for us. We appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, if no one else is coming up, we will close public comments and move on to the consent agenda, which tonight consists of claims and accounts and the payroll report. May I have a motion to approve? Motion by Mr. Marcos, second by Mr. Barr. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Resolutions. Resolution 1 is to authorize the fire chief to apply for a regional AFG grant with the Lincoln Park Fire Department for the purchase of high-priority equipment using carry grants. To write the grants at a cost of $2,000 per department paid through EMS equipment account 101-336-757-500 with a 10% match of $31,823.70. I needed a comma there. Motion, please.
Motion, Mayor.
Motion by Mr. Valerius,
Second.
second by Ms. Nick. Chief O'Reilly.
Good evening. So yes, I'm here tonight for approval to move forward with applying for the AFG grant for EMS equipment. This would be a regional grant with the Lincoln Park Fire Department. This grant would include 2 new LifePack monitors. It would also include 2 stair chairs that are battery operated, and then 2 power to lift systems for our new ambulances. The equipment that we have is used daily and it's abused. Most of the equipment has a 7-year lifespan. We are way past that on most of this equipment. This equipment is very expensive, and so we're looking to go after this through the high priority items in the AFG grant.
Anyone have any questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution is approved. Resolution 2 is to authorize the fire chief to apply for a regional AFG grant with Wyandotte Fire Department for portable radios using Chris Wiggins and JW2 grant writing with an estimated cost between $1,800 and $2,200 per department, paid from account 101-336-934-000. Motion, please.
Motion, Mayor.
I've got motion from
Schlack.
Mr. Schlack,
Support.
supported by Mr. Valerius. Chief O'Reilly.
Again, this is looking for approval to move forward with applying for another AFG grant. Wyandotte Fire Department is hosting this grant. Approximately 19 communities are joining this grant. There is a cap of $2 million for the grant. So while we need 24 radios, extra batteries and charging equipment, due to the high amount of cities interested in this, we're gonna have to get limited down to approximately 17 radios, and then we'll have to find money down the road to purchase the other items through our budget. The radios, our current radios are around 10 years old, just coming up to 10 years old. Motorola has informed us that they will no longer support the radios. The parts that are out there, but they will not be making any new parts for the radios. So as things break, we may or may not be able to get our radios replaced.
Any comments or questions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That resolution is approved.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chief.
Resolution 3 is to authorize the creation of a public building improvement fund for the 24th District Court to be funded by a $25 assessment fee for misdemeanors and a $15 assessment fee from civil infractions. Motion, please.
Motion, Mayor. Danka.
Go ahead. I'll second.
Okay, I have from
Valerius.
Valerius, thank you.
Lloyd.
And Mr. Lloyd. They're all at once. It's unanimous. Judge Page.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Judge Richard Page. I'm the current Chief Judge next door at the 24th District Court. And with me today
Make sure you speak into the mic.
Okay.
Otherwise, they won't hear you at home.
Is Amanda Bricky Brithany. She's our court administrator. We haven't raised prices on our tickets in a while. So Amanda took a look at how we compared with some other courts in the area. We were a little low. And if we raise our fines $15 across the board and our misdemeanors $25 across the board, we'll be in the middle of the pack in terms of what courts are charging. Now, revenues that come in from fines and misdemeanors, most of it ends up going to the state of Michigan before the funding units see their cut. The nice thing about this building fund arrangement is we can capture all of this increase and keep it local. We always come to you in our budgets for what we need improvements on. What this would do would be just create a separate fund for building improvement. It would still be subject to your review and your approval, but it's a way we're gonna bring in some additional revenue and keep it here. So we're asking you to approve a building fund, and the state is good with it as long as you're good with it.
Sweet.
Anyone have any questions?
Just to clarify, Judge, it's the $25 assessment on misdemeanors, that's only for guilty verdicts, right?
Oh, yeah.
Darn.
Oh, yeah.
Just gotta pay to be here.
Yeah.
Point of privilege and information, if you have any questions for him, get them now, so it's not that, no, I'm.
Thanks, Mike.
Any other questions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Thank you very
Thank
much,
you.
and thank
Thank
you
you
for
very
coming and
much.
explaining to us. Now we will move on to elected officials' comments, and this evening we will start with Mr. Estheimer.
Short and sweet, I promise. Congratulations to all the citizens that were appointed to serve on our commissions tonight, or continue to serve. Having served on several commissions with the city, I understand the dedication and time commitment that's involved. The job is often thankless, so allow me to say a heartfelt thank you to all that serve and continue to serve. With that, thank you very much. God bless you and good night.
Thank you. Mr. Mizzi.
Thank you. I wasn't gonna say anything, but it is a privilege to be in here with so many public officials, including a judge. And so, thank y'all for coming out tonight. Merry Christmas. God bless you and good night.
Thank you. Mr. Valerius.
I just wanted to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. And again, I reflect on Mr. Mizzi's comments. It's great to see former students, former parents of students that I've taught. Always makes me feel good. So with that, thank you for your time, and I yield.
Thank you. Mr. Marcos.
Do you have some students here tonight?
We do.
Okay, good, because I don't have a whole lot to say. But my little-known facts of the day. First of all, it's National Maple Syrup Day. Second, and if any of your students can answer the question,
Okay.
it's Wright Brothers Day. And if they could tell me what the Wright brothers did, what city was in our county, and what state. And you're gonna give them double credit.
It's not my class, but I'll put it in a good word. I'll put it in a good word.
But I wasted it. All right, but anyway, yesterday in 1791, I'm a day late. Yesterday in 1791 was the first one-way street opened up in New York.
Oh.
Interesting. They had those horses. It was a little different. But other than that, I don't have a lot to say. We had a interesting year this year. Looking forward to next year. Want everybody to have a safe holiday. A couple weeks I'll be over and we'll be back digging out the snow. So everybody, please be careful. Watch for the kids outside. They're gonna be playing. Watch for everybody. Watch the lights. Watch the lights. Every light gets run. Promise you it does. But anyway, please be safe. Have a great holiday season. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Barr.
Well, really, even though I'm the third person talking here, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah to all of our Jewish friends. Be like my, I don't want to say cohort, colleague over here, Mr. Marcos, be safe. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Schlack.
Thank you. Here, I want to start by saying thank you to all to the commissioners who signed up. Those are new, those that are reappointed. Thank you for everything you do. It's definitely a selfless job and a job that takes a lot of hard work and effort, so I definitely appreciate everything you do. I also wanted to wish my condolences to the Baker family for our building director. His father just passed away. Dr. Baker was a big member of the community. I just want to give him my condolences since I haven't done that since returning back from my trip from San Francisco. Thank you to those that spoke up. Thank you to my wife that embarrassed the heck out of me, but hey, that's what wives are for, I suppose. And I definitely have to say thank you. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, and a Happy New Year to all. And celebrate and keep everyone in mind. If you see someone struggling with the snow, please help them. And I'll do certainly my best. Feel free always to reach out. Thank you very much. God bless, and see you next year.
Thank you. Mr. Lloyd.
Also extend my appreciation for our commissioners, a handful that I have the pleasure of serving on the planning commission with. You think that city council meetings get contentious, pick the right planning commission meeting, and you will see some contention. So it is very, very essential work. It's as been mentioned, is very much thankless work. So very much appreciate them. And again, another huge sign of appreciation for Officer Hudgins for joining us. We are still filling those positions. So especially to our young people in the audience, if you're considering a career in the fire service, it's a great way to make a life. And communities around the country, the state, need good people to go into it. So it's definitely something to consider. We're still hiring, so if you know somebody, send them to Allen Park's way, because we definitely need to fill those positions. With that, I yield. Thank you all so much, and have a good night.
Thank you. Ms. Nick.
So I just wanted to give a shout out to all the businesses and the residents who decorated their houses this year for Christmas. I work a lot of special events, so I come home late at night, and it's really nice to pull into Allen Park and see all the nice decorations on businesses and homes. So thank you for that. I know that for several of you out there, you've lost some loved ones this season, close to Christmas. So I just want to tell you that my prayers and thoughts are with you. I know this is a difficult time for you, so my prayers are with you. No matter what holiday that you're celebrating, I just want to wish you, everybody, a happy holiday season and a new year. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, I think we've pretty much covered all of the holidays and the admonitions. We'll throw in a few things here. We've got some birthdays coming up after this particular meeting, one of which is Councilman Schlack, who's going to have a birthday on the 28th. Also, on the 21st, former Councilman Charles Blevins will be celebrating a birthday, along with DPS employee Shannon Miner. And former Police Chief Chris Egan will be celebrating his birthday on Christmas. I know several people who have those. I've got a couple of friends. One is on July 4th, one is on Groundhog's Day, and one is on Christmas, so I never forget those birthdays. You know, I was thinking, because I was somewhere last night and somebody mentioned, oh, did you see this? This is the holiday season. It's Christmas. It's when we're supposed to be joyous. It's when they talk about peace on earth. And I got a little contemplative last night because you look at the news and you're wondering, where is the peace on earth? And I think if we're going to pray for anything, we should all pray for that. There is far too much killing going on in this world for whatever reasons. 2 school shootings yesterday. Pray for those people. Pray for sanity. Pray for reason. Pray for peace. May you all have a wonderful holiday season. Treasure your loved ones. Treasure them. Thank you. May I have a
Through the chair real
motion?
quick, if I may.
Yes.
Yeah, I wanted to offer congratulations to Kim Steinman from the DDA for the birth of her baby today. Her name is Jet.
Yes. His name is Jet.
His name, sorry, his name. It's a big scribble.
And you missed your birthday in there, Mayor, I believe.
December 21st.
I also believe December 21st.
Don't be so modest.
Glaring omission.
I got my bouquet from Charles today, so that made it official. So thank you all very much. May I have a motion to adjourn? Motion by Mr. Valerius, supported by Ms. Nick. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. We are adjourned at 6:42 p.m.